It is time for quick Om chanting. Take a comfortable position. Keep your backbone straight. Brahmanand. Santi, Santi, Santi. Swastha. Hello students. In the previous session we discussed phylum Echinodermata. The animals are exclusively marine. These animals are named so the echinoderms because of the presence of spiny skin. Echinus means spine and derma means skin, so spiny skinned animals. Echinoderms exhibit organ system level of organization, tube within tube body plan. Yes, these animals are deuterostomes. The blastopore becomes anus. Secondarily, mouth is formed. These animals are the radially symmetric, mostly pentaradially symmetric animals. Pentaradially symmetric because as we know, starfish is having the 5 arms, and pentaradially symmetric because you see 5 planes can divide the animal into 2 equal halves. 5 planes. But this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, 4 and 5. So pentaradially symmetric, and the larval forms exhibit bilateral symmetry. These animals are triploblastic eucoelomates with enterocoelic coelom. Enterocoelic coelom, the coelom is arise from the archenteron. The coelomic pouch arise from the archenteron. These animals are having a specialized system, that is water vascular system or ambulacral system, where the water is circulating and which absorbs the nutrition, provide the nutrients to the animal and perform the respiration excretion. The fertilization is external. The sexes are, because even though sexes are separate, the sexual dimorphism is not distinct. But these are dioecious animals. Fertilization is external, development is indirect through some free-swimming larval forms like Bipinnaria larva, Doliolaria, etc. These animals are having, echinoderms are having the nervous system with circumoral nerving and the radial nerves. And let us discuss some questions on echinodermata. Skin of echinoderms contain days, so they are called echinoderms. They contain spines. So they are called echinoderms. Locomotion of echinoderms is done by, yes, tube feet. The water vascular system consists of tube feet which help in the locomotion. Water vascular system is found in cyclone, leech, starfish, silverfish. Which one of these is the echinoderm? Starfish. The animal with the tube feet is starfish, jellyfish, silverfish, cuttlefish. Yes, starfish. Because jellyfish is the Cnidaria coelenterata and silverfish is the insect arthropoda. Cuttlefish is the mussel, means mollusca. Which is the characteristic feature of echinoderms? Smooth skin and radial symmetry, It is not, the animals are not having smooth skin. Spiny skin and radial symmetry. Yes, spiny skin with bilateral symmetry. No, the adults are having the radial symmetry. Smooth skin and bilateral. No, smooth skin they are not having. So, what is the answer? Spiny skin with radial symmetry. In this session, we are going to discuss the phylum Hemichordata. Hemichordata. Hemi means half and chordata means consisting of the notochord. Hemi means half and chordata, those who are having the notochord. These are considered as the hemichordata. The animals of hemichordata were considered as the primitive chordates. Primitive chordates because it was understood that the notochord is present in its anterior region. But actually it is not the notochord. The considered as primitive means early development of the chordata. Primitive chordata. These animals, they do not have the notochord. There is a notochord-like structure which is extending from the buccal cavity, from the mouth cavity to its anterior region. A notochord-like structure is arise from buccal cavity. Cavity called the notochord-like structure arise from the buccal cavity called the stomochord. Extending into its anterior region. Buccal cavity means mouth cavity. Buccal cavity means mouth cavity. Stomochord. The true notochord is absent. But the stomochord, previously, stomo means mouth, chord means the chord-like structure. And the stomochord, which is similar to notochord, somewhat similar to notochord, it was understood that the notochord understood as the notochord. So, these animals were previously known as the primitive chordate. But actually, these are not chordates, and that's why they are placed in a separate phylum Hemichordata. Hemi means half, chordata means, as I told, the presence of the notochord-like structure. Because they have some chordata-like characteristic, but these animals lack the post anal tail. You see anus is at the end of the tail. This is the balanoglossus. The body is divided into three parts: proboscis, collar and trunk. The rest part is called trunk. The longest part of the body is trunk. These animals are marine animals are marine, live in ocean, and animals exhibit hemichordates. The animals are called hemichordates. Hemichordates show or exhibit but organ system level of organization, organ system level organization, the tube within tube body plan, that is deuterostome plan, deuterostome. The anus developed first. The blastopore becomes anus. So these are the deuterostome because the mouth developed later on. Secondarily, the mouth is formed and the blastopore becomes the anus. That's why deuterostome. And these animals exhibit bilateral symmetry. Animals are triploblastic. These are having the three germ layer, triploblastic. Triploblastic means three germ layers are present. Bilateral symmetry means when the body can be divided into two equal halves by a single plane. Only one plane is there which can divide the body into two identical, two symmetrical halves. These animals are eucoelomates, are triploblastic. Eucoelomates means true coelom is present. Enterocoelic coelom. Enterocoelous or enterocoelic. Enterocoelous coelom is present. Okay, the coelom is arise from the archenteron like the echinoderms, and these animals are unsegmented. And as we discussed, the true notochord is absent. These animals are worm-like, commonly or popularly known as tongue worms. The body is fragile, soft and fragile. As the worms are soft and fragile, fragile means easily breakable. The body is soft and fragile. Easily broken, as the glass items are can be broken easily. Similarly, the body of the hemichordates are easily broken. And the body is divided into anterior proboscis, the collar, and the longer part is the trunk. You see, the mouth is present in between the proboscis and collar. Is the collar found below the mouth? So, a band-like structure present below the mouth is called collar. And this is the proboscis, the organ which is extended from the buccal cavity and within which the stomachoid is extended. This is similar to notochord. Body is divided into anterior proboscis, middle, anterior proboscis, the middle collar, and posterior trunk. See, here is the branchial region. Branchial region means where the gills are present, or gill slits, pharyngeal gill slits are present. This is the anus, and this branchial or pharyngeal gill slits are the chordata characteristics. This hemichordata name is so because of the presence of some chordata characteristics. This is the characteristic which is similar to the chordates, the primitive chordates. Branchial means related to gill. Branchial or gill slits are present. The digestive system is complete. And U-shaped. Respiration, as we discussed, the branchial region is here. The branchial, on the body surface, the branchial gill slits are present. The pharyngeal or gill slits. So, the respiration occurs through gills, occurs by the gills. Circulation is open type. Circulatory system is open type with the dorsal heart. Circulatory system is open type with dorsal heart. This is dorsal heart is the similar to the non-coded invertebrates. The nervous system is primitive, means early development stage of early development. Nervous system is primitive type with subepidermal means epidermal means skin, sub means below the epidermis, nerve plexus means nerve nets. Subepidermal nerve plexus. Plexus means network. Nerve nets are present below the skin. Okay. The reproduction mainly sexual reproduction. These animals are dioecious, unisexual, means sexes are separate. Reproduction is bisexual, means animals are the dioecious. They are dioecious. Dioecious means unisexual. The fertilization is external and the development may be direct or indirect, mostly indirect through Tornaria larva, through the larval form called Tornaria larva. Excretion is done through by proboscis gland. The proboscis, which is extending from the mouth region. Here is the mid-dorsal ridge is present. What is mid-dorsal ridge? Ridge means the raised structure. Ridge, a raised structure. Okay, in the middle part. This is the hepatic region. Hepatic means related to liver. Liver region, which work like the liver, secretes enzymes. These are hepatic cicae. Hepatic glands or hepatic cicae. Cicae means here nothing but glands. Like the liver like glands. Okay. And the class is, the phylum is classified into two classes. The phylum is divided into two classes, that is Enteropneusta and Pterobranchia. It is Pterobranchia A. The Enteropneusta means enteron means gut and pneusta means breathed. These are capable to breathe, and the example is balanoglossus. This is the balanoglossus. This animal is balanoglossus. commonly known as acorn worm. The pterobranchia. Pteron means feather or wing like. Here, the pteron, Greek word. Pteron means feather or the leaf like, feather like. Okay, the feather like. And branchia means gills. The feather like or wing like. You can say feather like or wing like. And branchia means gill. So the feather like these are having the branchion, you can say feather like, or the wing like gills are present. Branchion is or gill is present. Example is Rhabdopleura. So, in this session, what we discuss? The phylum Hemichordata. Previously, the phylum Hemichordata means these animals were known to be the primitive chordates because of the presence of stomochord in this region proboscis. From the buccal cavity, the mouth is present in between the proboscis and the collar. This region is the collar. Okay. So, the region in between, this is the junction. Here mouth is present from the buccal cavity. The proboscis is extended. The organ is extended from the buccal cavity and the stomochord is extended within this. Here the stomochord is extended. Stomochord, which is similar to notochord. Due to the presence of notochord-like structure, which was previously understood as the notochord, and because of presence of gill slits in this region, what are these gill slits? Here it is written the gill slits. Because of the presence of gill slits, gill slits are the chordata characteristic. So, because of these characteristics, they were understood as the chordates, primitive chordates, and afterward, when it was confirmed, this is the stomochord, not the notochord. This is notochord-like structure, and these are having many other non-chordata characteristics, like these are having the circulatory system is open type, and the post-anal anal tail is absent, means after the anus tail, that is not present. That is the chordata characteristic. Anus is present at the end of the tail. These are again placed as under the, these animals are placed in the a separate phylum called Hemichordata with a few chordata characteristics. These animals are exhibiting the organ system level of organization at the tube within tube body plan. Deuterostomes, these are deuterostomes, these are unsegmented, bilaterally symmetric, triploblastic, and eucoelomates having the enterocoelic coelom, and the reproduction is sexual, sexes are separate. Dioecious, fertilization is external, development is mostly indirect with tornarial larva. Excretion is done by the proboscis gland. Sorry, here write down proboscis glands. Okay, a gland means pouch-like structure. Through that, the excretion occurs. The phylum is divided into two classes: Enteropneusta and Pterobranchia. Examples are Balanoglossus and Rhabdopleura. Okay, so write down the short note on hemichordata with important characteristic and practice for one more question. Thank you.